Good afternoon. This is Rich Nass, Executive Vice President with Open Systems Media, and I'm here for this week's installment of 5 Minutes With. This week, I'll be speaking with Stefano Rizzo, and he is the Senior Vice President of Strategy and Business Development for Polarion Software. Good morning, Stefano.
Good morning.
And how are you today?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Where are you calling in from, by the way?
I'm calling in from Italy, Turin area, yes.
Very nice, very nice. Well, I'm here in New Jersey, and it's snowing out, so be that as it may. Okay, so let's get right into this because we only have 5 minutes for this interview. So you're an expert in application lifestyle management. That sounds impressive, but what exactly does that mean? What is application lifestyle management?
Well, during the time, we had several different definitions of application lifecycle management. Actually, this discipline started something like 15 years ago, and was actually the marriage of business management to software engineering. Software systems were becoming more and more complex over the time, and the ability of one single developer to fulfill all the activities required to develop a complex system was not enough any longer. So more developers were needed to address the development of more systems that were becoming more and more complex. So we needed to define something in order to better manage the cooperation and the collaboration between developers. So this was the initial idea of ALM was to define a way for people to cooperate, to collaborate, and to make something happen. Then the definition evolved. I mean, ALM has been evolving over the time, adding more and more disciplines related to requirements management, for example, the ability to address the change of the requirements during the time of the application, the quality assurance, safety, and whatever. So today is still a collaboration environment, ALM, but is distributed, is multi-channel, so people can access to ALM through different media, like mobile phone, for example, and is able to provide what we like to call embedded process knowledge. I mean, in an environment where people collaborate, it's important to know who does what and when. And instead of having this knowledge inside people, ALM tools and technology are evolving more and more, providing people with the process knowledge. So it's the tool set itself that knows exactly what we need to do after. But the final result of ALM is to steward the talent of people, to make people to let people make their job and not taking care of the bureaucracy which is needed when developing complex systems that involve sometimes hundreds, sometimes thousands of people.
Okay, that's a great definition, and that part at the end really brought it home for me. But obviously there's lots of people who are not using this application lifecycle management today. So what are the alternatives to this, and what are the ramifications of somebody who chooses not to use this method?
Actually, we still have people not using ALM tools and technologies. This happens in some small sector of software development, of disciplines of software development, which are not enterprise-level software development. So there are cases in which one single person is able to resolve a problem. You can easily imagine applications for, let's say, for small enterprises that can be fulfilled by one single person that talks with the customer understand the needs, then goes home and starts coding and creating a solution. So very likely he doesn't need an application lifecycle management solution. On the other hand, when you have hundreds of developers, you cannot do without it. So there are situations in the middle. There are some software development companies that target, let's say, not so complex system development, system and software development that are able to not to use ALM technologies, but they just use files and exchange emails between people collaborating at the development. But actually, this happens less and less frequently, also because a bunch of ALM technologies are commodities, are open source, like Subversion, for example, for version and change management, or we have nice, cheap tools coming out in the market that address the needs of issue tracking, for example, or change management. But when you go in a big enterprise, especially in highly regulated environments where Polarion is a leader in the market, you definitely need traceability management, support for sophisticated collaboration, and you need to demonstrate that your system fulfills and covers safety requirements, for example, or different regulations like FDA or ISO regulations, stuff like that. So it's actually pretty an unlikely situation to find software system development not supported by LM.
Very good. Well, that you explained a fairly complex subject in very simple terms, and appreciate it. Unfortunately, we have used up our 5 minutes, and that was 5 minutes with Stefano Rizzo, and he is the Senior Vice President of Strategy and Business Development for Polarion Software. Thank you, Stefano. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. Have a great day as well.